Basketball Hall of Famers like Willis Reed, Earl the Pearl Monroe, and fellow NBA champions Sam Jones, Bobby Dandridge, and Rick Mahorn all enjoyed stardom at HBCUs before they entered the league. But many of today's star players go to Division I colleges with more powerful basketball reputations and exposure. One person has recently used the NBA 2K video game to give us a peek at what some stars would have looked like had they chosen HBCUs in their respective hometowns and states. He goes by the name MarLu Tha Kang. That's MarLuTha Kang, and he joins us via Skype. Thanks for coming on with us. How did the idea come to you? When did you start customizing these players and arenas in the video game?
First and foremost, thank you for having me. I started off, ironically, about 4 years ago to the date, just doing custom work with jerseys, not necessarily schools per se, but also just my own custom flair as well. And as far as the HBCUs go, I started off, like I said, 4 years ago, me being a Fayetteville native, Fayetteville State being close to home. The first ones I actually started on were Fayetteville State, Shaw, NC Central. And it wasn't until recently, because of the whole pandemic that we're going on right now, we don't have March Madness, obviously. So right. I just started to go ahead and start, just highlighting some HBCUs and seeing what happens. And next thing you know, it started snowballing into this big thing, and I've just been riding the wave since.
You've given us a glimpse of some popular Hall of Famers as well. Allen Iverson, a Hampton, Virginia native, in Hampton Pirates blue and white, and also Tracy McGrady wearing the orange and green of Florida A&M. How long does it take you to customize the uniforms, with most of these schools having multiple uniforms?
Typically, it takes me roughly a day. If I know what I'm doing right beforehand, if I have the source material to go off of, it takes me generally about a solid 3 or 4 hours. Anything beyond that, if I have to do outside research or make my own custom layering or anything like that, typically no more than 2 or 3 days. So it's not too much time going into it, but whenever you're doing something fun, time goes by fast anyway, so it's really nothing to me.
Yeah, for sure. So we've seen some of your work with current players as well as those retired Hall of Famers. You also have rookies Zion Williamson and Ja Morant, both of whom are from the Carolinas and South Carolina State, and in Zion's case also Livingstone gear, with Morant and Claflin gear. Have you received any feedback from the players and the HBCUs at this point?
Haven't gotten any feedback from the current NBA players outside of Kyle O'Quinn. He actually had liked the one that I did for him. He's a Norfolk State alum there, so I got feedback from him. As far as alumni from HBCU and current students that go to HBCUs, I've gotten tons of feedback. As of right now, I've probably got maybe 15 or 20 unread DMs, just talking about debates and just saying that the work is cool, and they're wondering when I'm going to do their schools next, and so it's been fun. It's been a very fun, enjoyable experience.
All right, now one of my favorite things about what you create is it's not only players but also the actual courts of these schools. How much time did it take to customize those to match the actual home floors of these HBCUs? Because I can only imagine the patience and the time that takes.
Oh yeah. Truth be told, the court sometimes takes almost as long, if not more time, than doing the actual jerseys. The bar for me is to just try to get as close as a replica as I can. With NBA 2K in particular, there's only but so much leeway you can go by as far as making it as accurate as possible. So I try to do what I can. I pretty much pride myself in making sure that everything is accurate and everything is correct. So just as much time as doing the jerseys as doing the court, I try to get it down as closely as I can.
Yeah, that's been one of the most impressive things to me, the authenticity behind your work. Now, I've seen some of the comments of the people who love your work that you mentioned. Also saw what you mentioned as well, constantly folks asking you to use their schools. But aside from that, what's the one question you're asked the most when people see your work?
I think the one question I'm asked the most is probably, so you didn't get any offers from 2K yet? So I'm like, no, I don't work for the company and nothing like that. I just do it solely and purely for fun. And like I said before, I enjoy what I do. I started off on Instagram just doing it as a hobby. Like I tell people all the time, some people's hobbies after work and so forth is, building model cars. Mine just so happens to design jerseys on 2K, and I truly enjoy doing it. And, it's a blessing to even be recognized on this platform right here. So, as long as I think I can keep that mindset and that dream, then I can definitely just see this thing going places.
Well, guarantee you HBCU fans appreciate it, and we appreciate your time. He goes by the name of MarLu Tha Kang. That's MarLu_the_Kang. You can find him on Instagram, and he even offers tutorials on his YouTube channel. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you taking time to spend with us here on BNC.
Thank you for having me. You take care now.